Well, hello everyone, welcome back. I wanted to look at some products today that I, from what's usually a very expensive brand, Isamaya Beauty. I purchased some of their core brand, core line, sorry. So usually they have these really cool, limited edition like collections. First one was kind of like, I won't say bondagey, but it wasn't really. It just had like piercings and stuff. And then the second one was a cowboy theme. And then they had these whole like penis lipsticks. It's been a great time. It's been a great time with brands. But these are usually quite sought after, limited collections, right? They're quite pricey because the packaging is very custom. It's a whole thing. Show, I kind of want to say it as. They recently launched their core collection. Now, usually, this isn't me complaining, this is just me being transparent. I usually get a lot of their stuff in PR. They usually ask me before. I purchased this myself. I wasn't sent any of this. So, I did buy, just so you know I'm talking about it, from the heart, like I always do, but you know how some people are. So I did buy some complexion products, and I got one of their color correcting serums, and I also got one of the, is it called the 5-point lift, which is like a color correcting serum as well, which comes in this very cute packaging. And I also got the face glaze face serum. So let's just go ahead and get into it. I'll leave everything linked down below for you. There's no affiliation. I don't unfortunately have a discount code or anything like that. And there's no affiliate links to this, but I'll leave the links down there for ease for navigation for you. So what do I have? I have 3 different sculpting sticks. These looked really cool. These actually look like sculpting shades. That gray tone, you know, they're not bronzers covering up as contours, anything like that. So we have the shade Willow, Rosewood, and Oak. Oh, they're named after trees. How lovely. I also have 3 of their skin enhancing duos. So we have Fig, which I think it might be the one I use. It's kind of like cold rosy pink and this beautiful highlight. I also have Sultan, which is more like bronzy. These look great, by the way, on the models on the website. They all just look stunning in them. And then I have one that's a little bit deeper, Nectarine, which is this. Did I read that right? Is it Sultan? Is that a fruit? Am I thinking of sultanas? Anyway, that's that one. And then we have some lip products. I had to get 2 of the lip lacks. Black Veil, which is like this black veil. And Metal, which is like a silvery glitter. So we'll give those a go also. And then I have 3 lip balms as well. So I have the lip balm Justice, which is like a nice, I think it's going to be like a sheen. And then I got one of their metal lip balms in, is this Gilded or Guided? Sorry, bear me 1 second. Gilded, which is like this goldy bronze leaning more gold. And then Vanity, which is like a black lip balm. Okay, good morning. I'm just about to film for my reaction channel, so I thought I would do these complexion products from Isamaya now. So let's start with the face glaze, the face serum. Oh, it's very, I mean, kind of what you expect when something says glaze. Wait, is this complexion or is... Let me just Google this very quickly or just go to their website because it feels a bit like a face gloss and not necessarily like a treatment step or a skincare step. So let me just double check that I got the right thing here. Hydrating glass like gel-based facial balm. Description. Face glaze is a modern radiance with a sultry glass-like allure. Translucent gel-based balm melts seamlessly into the skin. Use it solo for a bare face glow or as a perfect finishing touch over makeup. Oh, we'll use it over the foundation. So let's go with the color correcting serum. This is very like, what's the word? It's kind of interactive in a way where you have to peel off this lid. It's like when you get those like color contact lenses or those like cosplay contact lenses. Take off that metal and then it comes with the screw on top. This is a very squishy like rubber. A bit tough to get on, but that is because obviously you don't want it coming off. Am I missing something here? Help me please. Okay, that's on. I'm not sure I would trust that in a bag. You can see it's quite liquidy. No, it is quite difficult to take off. Okay, so listen, my skin, I chose the lilac shade because my skin is what's described as like a sallow skin, right? Squeeze the little plastic nub in. So I'm just going to use this to kind of just give a bit of brightness. And it kind of tones down that kind of like yellowy tone. I saw that bruise on my face, holy crap. And it says it gives the skin a bit of a glow as well. It's definitely corrected some of that like yellowness in my skin. And I do look quite bright. It has a very skincare smell. I don't know how to describe it. The smell actually reminds me of something I already own, and I can't quite put my finger on what that is. Okay, let's let that sit on the skin for a while and go in with the, is it 5-point lift? This is the shade Medium Fair. And just squeeze the tiniest little bit out of that really beautiful cold, ooh, cold applicator. I'm just going to use the applicator to generally apply it and move around, but I do want to blend with my finger a little bit more. Let's just do a tiny bit more. I actually do think too much comes out with one push. You need to be really, really careful that you're not overusing it, but I think one push is too much. Like this is one push. I don't know if you can see, it's quite a lot. I'm not doing eye makeup today. I'm just doing like base makeup, so I'll do a little bit on my lid. I would really like the brighter shade. I wonder if I can find it on Selfridges, because this is just a little bit too orangey under my eyes. If I was going to be wearing like a full face of makeup, then I could absolutely like then just going with a brighter foundation, but I would concealer, sorry, but I would like one which I can just apply and just leave, you know what I mean? That does look brighter. It looks a lot more even I should say. It doesn't necessarily look like radiant or anything, but it does look more even than this under eye, 100%. Yeah, I just feel like you can kind of see the orangey tone, and that's just because it's not the best shade for my skin tone. It's a beautiful texture. It really is like a skin serum, but color correcting. But you can see it's a bit orangey, right? You can kind of see the color correcting tones to it. So like I said, with a concealer now on top of this, that's going to be beautiful. But I think this would also be really nice for an everyday wear. So I am going to try and get the shade lighter. So I'm going to put on my foundation and then we will go from there. Okay, so this is just the base with no other makeup on, no blush, no bronzer, nothing like that. Let's try this gloss thing on top. I think this is going to be too much for me now because I don't want to be like too shiny or too, you know, extra. So I'm just going to use a tiny bit and just tap that on top here. Yeah, it's kind of nice. I actually, when I bought it, my mistake, I thought it was more of a serum, skin serum. So I actually probably won't use this because I don't really have much of a need for it. Maybe when I'm not wearing foundation, as it says, and I just do want a bit of a glow to my skin, I might go ahead and use it. But for now, I think I'm good. I would actually like to see what's like under foundation, to be honest with you. But that's that then, back to me. So let's start with the sculpting first. And I think I'm gonna go for the shade Willow. And these are really cool, like the little sticks, the little round sticks like this. I am gonna just draw it onto the face. Usually I would try and get a brush and brush some on, but I do think because this is in stick form, it has been made to draw onto the face. This is a really nice contour. It's, oh, and it blends. Look how easy that blended into the skin. It's like it's not there. That's beautiful. So on me, there is a bit of warmth to this contour. It goes on very smooth. It's very, very smooth. I mean, that's super easy to draw on and to blend. It almost has like a serum-esque texture or blendability, but it's not skincare-y. It doesn't feel like greasy or oily or balmy or anything like that. It's a very unique texture, actually. I don't know why I'm drawing on my head. You know, it's so smooth that it's kind of like slightly enjoyable drawing on the face. I would never do that. Apologies, I just had to, part of me, the child in me, just wanted to draw on my face. But that is absolutely stunning. I'm just gonna make sure I'm getting that into the hairline. Look how well that's blended in. It is, I can see why some people may be a little bit like, not worth my money because you can't really see. Is that a brush here? You can't really see too, oh, these brushes, my God. You can't really see too much product, but to me, that's what I want. That to me is enough contour. It does slightly look bronzy-ish. I have two more shades and they both look kind of gray. I might try this one, like just beneath the contour I've already done. This is the shade Oak. I might just try it just up in these corners. That was a terrible application. Extra depth, you know what I mean? I'll blend that in properly in a minute. But I do quite like, I mean, I went in with a fair bit there and it did blend out quite nicely, quite easily. So I feel like this is a little bit foolproof as well. God, that's so nice. That is so nice. See, that to me is more contoury, grayer. It's colder. It looks more like contour. I really like that. Now this is contour. Look at my lashes. Oh, I just want a lash perm so badly. Lash lift. I think that's really beautiful. And I actually like the two colors mixed together. I probably would go for the oak shade over willow next time. The second one over the first, just because it does look more shadowy on my face. Really, really beautiful. Let me try this. So Fig, this is, oh yeah, really, really creamy. It feels like creamy to powdery, almost, you know what I mean? And then this is the highlight shade. Again, another creamy highlight. More like, it's more like a glaze. It feels more like a highlight balm than it does anything else. It doesn't have that much color, so maybe I'll go with a highlight from a different one. Maybe Sultan, which has more of a bronzy glaze to it. Yeah, I quite like that. Since the whole thing I have on is a little bit more neutral, a little bit more brown. Okay, well, let's do that. Let's start with the blush. I really like this shade. This kind of like colder, like cold. And let's do it just on the highs of the cheek here. That's beautiful too. That's really, really nice. I really, really like that texture. Oh, I was expecting it to be a little bit more, I guess, creamy when it's on the skin, but I think I was right. I think it almost has like this powdery, cream to powder-esque formula because it's sitting kind of like, you don't really get like too much of a major glow from it. Bear in mind I'm wearing like a tinted moisturizer underneath. You don't really get like a crazy major glow from it like some cream blushes or tint or balms or anything like that. Should I see, let me just see if I can build it up or how heavy I can build it up on the very high points of my cheek here. So you can't really get crazy with it. It is really beautiful. That's a really beautiful texture. I really enjoy that formula. I do wish the balm, looking at it here, I do wish I had, oh, I don't know, that does look kind of, let me give them all quite a heavy swatch on my fingers and then you can see. Oh, I guess I do have a very subtle difference to them. And I guess it would make more sense to, on the skin tone. Okay, so let's go for, I really want to use the one from, yeah, from Sultan. So let's just touch that over the blush on the cheek here. This is definitely more like that very artistic face glaze, you know what I mean, where it's more of a like, you know what, I kind of look sweaty, I kind of look glowy, but it's a more than I should be glowing kind of glaze. You know what I have to do? I just have to powder. I always have to do this. When I highlight, I'm like, you know what, I need to powder before I can see the real results of this, because everywhere just looks shiny on my face and I don't think a highlight looks right until the rest of your face is matte, or where you want the rest of your face to be matte is matte. I'm using the Kosas Cloud set. I've been interested in their loose powder. They're doing a loose version of this and I love the pressed version. So I'm thinking giving the loose version a go. I'll see when it's available at Space NK. Then I'll go in and grab one. I'm just gonna do a little bit more of this. Cute, I do like it. I wish I didn't have that spot there. That's it on the cheek. Yeah, I do really like it. Don't get me wrong. However, I do wish that we had a highlight that was a similar cream texture to this, because I think that would be really beautiful. But I do quite like these glossy balms. Okay. Oh, I have a lip liner. I forgot. So I only got one because I have a million lip liners, and this is the shade Flat White, like coffee flat white. And I just use my lip liners to kind of contour around the lip. So I always go for shades that just look like my lip, but a little bit grayer, just like that, a little bit darker. Nice, it's smooth, it's very, very soft. That's a shade here. Okay, I don't even know where to start with these. I'm gonna start probably with a lip balm that's gonna be easier to take off. So let's start with the Justice, which is like this white, I'm guessing it's just gonna be iridescent. Yeah, no, oh, that's actually pretty nice. It does have that kind of like, 90s iridescence to it, and not thinking about the color but thinking about the texture of the formula. It is balmy, it is hydrating. That feels quite nice. I quite like how it nudes out my lip a little bit. It's a little bit whiter. I can imagine on a deeper skin tone this is going to be more blue. It definitely has that bluey purple to it. Nice. What do you think of the shade? It's a strange one, isn't it? Okay, we're trying a few, so I'm just gonna ignore the liner there. Okay, I've been dying to try this. This is the Gilded, and this looks great on all the models. It looks really beautiful. This reminds me of, was it O from MAC? I can't remember which one it was. This this kind of color looks incredible on deeper skin tones. Looks beautiful. If you're gonna wear this as someone with a fairer skin tone, or even me, I would probably team it up with a liner underneath that has a bit of a redness to it. Perhaps a purple, just to give it a kind of like, it's kind of sloppily done, but can you see it's a bit more like, it has a bit more depth to it. Yes, I mean, you can absolutely wear it by itself, like this gold. It's so, for me, that is so time period specific. I do really, really like it. But I would, like I said, if you're a fairer skin tone, just wear a bit of something with a bit of redness underneath. Not necessarily red, like a berry lip pencil, just because it gives it a little bit more depth. Okay, so we're gonna try Black Veil, which is one of the lip blacks. And this is like a glossy gloss. Love that. Oh, oh. That's a bit of me. I know that's a bit of you out there too. That is stunning. Gah. I love it. We're gonna try the silver one on top, just so I don't keep adding and removing and my lips don't fall off. So this one is Metal. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's not what I was expecting at all. Oh yeah, that's not what I was expecting. I was expecting like this high shine, high shimmer, but that's really, ooh. Give me that mix together. Really beautiful. That's so subtle in its like silverness. It's like, it just looks like you have a great gloss on. Oh, I love that. Oh, I really like that. That's a pleasant surprise. Yeah, that's stunning. I really, really do like that. Yeah, I really, these are my favorite things from this whole thing. I even actually think of a silver one. That's so beautiful. I love the subtlety. I love how it's silver, but it's like, actually, it's so silver, it just looks like lighting catching the color of a lip. Oh, I'm salivating. Get a grip. Okay. No. Love. All right. Well, let me know. Would you purchase any of these products down below? Let me know. Do you think any of this is worth it? I'm obsessed. Sorry. I know people hate that word when influencers say it. I love this lip. I love the two shades. I don't know which one I like better, to be honest with you. The silver. No. Oh, there's a slight tingle to it, but it's not crazy. Anyway. All right. Well, thank you again for joining me. And I'll see you very, very soon. Goodbye.